Hello everyone, and welcome to Killer Nacho's session about how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Now, the trick is you have to get the same color on the side, and while having like 3 other colors down below it. So let me show you how to do that. Yellow. Should I start with yellow? I messed it up. Yellow, yellow. Screw it. I'll just give you guys yet another battle. So here's a nice long battle with Nixon from the Serebii chat room. He leads with a Starmie, and I lead with an Aerodactyl. Admittedly, I get some hacks here as he misses with Hydro Pump right off the bat, and I get a Stone Edge off on the Starmie. But I go out into Serebii now, and he Hydro Pumps again, but misses Serebii. And he's going to switch out here into Heatran as I set up some Leech Seed. And that's going to do some damage to Heatran, but not a whole lot. And I can't stay in here fearing the Fire Blast or whatever. So I go into Aerodactyl, but he goes back into Tyranitar. And that's an interesting choice. But, I just want to set up the Stealth Rocks, just so I have a chance to do it. He Stone Edges, and it activates my Focus Sash. That's whatever. And I'm going to EQ here, hoping to get some damage on it before I die. But he goes into Starmie, so I end up EQing the Starmie instead. And doesn't quite KO even after this Sandstorm. And I decide to let him kill off Aerodactyl, because I'm not sure if he's going to go with the Ice Beam or Hydro Pump. As you can see, the Starmie is Choice Scarfed. And he's weak enough to not survive another Stealth Rock, so I decided to go with the Close Combat in case he switches in, predicting the switch, but he goes into Gengar, and Close Combat doesn't do anything to that, so that sucks. So now I go into Serebii, and he subs, and Gengar's with sub is kind of annoying. But I'm going to Psychic here to break that sub, and he Shadow Balls, and that's going to do a lot to Serebii. Luckily it doesn't KO. But I Psychic and Gengar gets hit. And Serebii's going to die to the Sandstorm, and that's life. So now I go into Scizor, and I'm going to Pursuit, expecting the switch, and he does, which is great, because then I kill the Gengar, which is awesome. And that's one less guy to resist my fighting moves. Now he goes into Heatran. And here I see the leftover, so I know it's not Scarfed. Obviously I have to switch because I'm stuck into Pursuit, because my Scizor is Choice Banded. And I go into Salamence, and he puts up another sub, so it really likes that move. And I'm going to go with the EQ to break the sub here. And he's going to Toxic me, and that Toxic really doesn't matter too much, because Salamence is going to get owned by something. Anyway, but I predict the switch, so I'm going to Dragon Dance. And he switches into Starmie, just pretty much as death fodder. And that's whatever. And he goes into Rhyperior here, and I should have switched out, predicting the Ice Punch. But I just kind of wanted to get damage on it, and after a Dragon Dance, I thought EQ would do more than it did. Even with Rhyperior's huge defense and ability, Solid Rock. But I EQ, and I do actually less than half, which is kind of epic fail. And he Ice Punches and kills Salamence. That's a mistake on my part. And it cost me a Salamence. But, thinking about what to do, I decided to go into Scizor. And I don't think he's going to stay in, just because I don't think Rhyperior can hurt Scizor. So I'm going to U-turn to see what he switches into. I suspected the Heatran, expecting the Bullet Punch, but I do get the U-turn off. And I go out into my own Heatran, and I decide to Earth Power, because I already killed the Gengar. I don't suspect he has another Levitator. So he doesn't risk it, and he lets me Earth Power him, and that's cool. That's life for him, I guess. So Heatran goes down. And he goes into Tyranitar. And I know that Sandstorm boosts the special defense of rock types. So, but I still expect a 3-hit KO. So, I decided to go with it. I don't think this Tyranitar is carrying Earthquake, because a lot of DD Tars these days don't. So I feel pretty safe about it. So he Dragon Dances once, I Earth Power, and he Stone Edges and doesn't quite kill me. I ran the damage calculation. Unless he got a critical hit, he wouldn't kill me there. So he doesn't kill me. I left with 34 hit points. And I'm hoping to KO with this last Earth Power. Here he's running a damage calculation, by the way, so that's why he takes a while to choose his move. But that's okay. My opponents have the right to do his damage calculations just as I do. So eventually he does decide to stay in and go with the Crunch. And knowing that he used Crunch, obviously, I don't quite kill him with Earth Power, which is really, 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 really annoying. So any day now, he's going to Crunch. Alright, this is speed up to ×4. I didn't even realize it lasted this long. But, there you go. I use Earth Power, and he crunches and finish off Heatran. Now I'm going to go into Scizor here to, just, bullet punch it, finish it off. I don't know what his last guy is, and I'm hoping it's not something that will be able to counter my Scizor Lucario combination, because I can easily kill Rhyperior using Close Combat, and maybe even Bullet Punch, I'm not quite sure. So I do Bullet Punch it away, and he goes into this guy, and I'm like, oh man, I need to hit it down. So far it can't get a sub, but it doesn't quite do it, and he spores me, obviously. And I don't want to sacrifice my Lucario, since I kind of need it to get rid of Rhyperior, so I'm just hoping for a Wake Up. I don't get the first turn Wake, which is unfortunate. And he does survive the Sandstorm after the sub, which is even more gay. And I just have to stay in and hope for the second turn Wake. I mean, I can't really sacrifice my Lucario for this. But I Wake Up and do Bullet Punch, and that pretty much seals the victory. He Focus Punches, and that does kill Scizor, but now Lucario can Extreme Speed the Breloom, and then Close Combat the Rhyperior. But anyway, this was a great game, Nixon, and I hope to battle again soon. Even if you did accuse me of cheating after the battle. But anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, guys. And today's question of the day is, what is your favorite pastime? As you can see, I'm not really that bad at Rubik's Cubes. I do like solving them. I'm not great yet. It's not like I can solve them in 7 seconds like some of the other ridiculous people. But tell me about one of your pastimes besides Pokemon. Anyway, good game. Hope to battle again.